Hello everyone and welcome back to Grounded Green's episode 3. I'm your host Sam. This is my co-host
Jack.
So sexy. So
we
sexy.
Out here, bro. Episode 3.
Yeah, episode 3. 3 episodes already. Obviously 3 weeks worth of content.
Yeah.
Jesus
Hope
Christ.
you guys are enjoying the first couple episodes that have been released.
Yeah.
The first episode was a bit iffy. We went back a couple times, looked at it, and kind of just like held our head in shame a bit. But episode 2 was released recently. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. And I hope that the quality was just a tiny bit better than the first episode.
The audio quality should be a lot better now.
It should be better, hopefully.
Oh, well, yeah, hopefully it should be a lot more better. I mean, I still like facing the mic away just in case.
Just in case, yeah.
If you don't know, if you've seen the other episodes, we keep on looking at this like area over there. That's because there's a monitor over there where we can see the OBS and stuff.
Yeah, we're checking the mic levels as we're doing it.
Please,
scared as fuck that it's gonna like fucking like interfere with each other, but we should be good.
Episode 1 sucked. I'm not gonna lie in terms of audio quality and editing. Editing was but
it was the trial run. Honestly, it was the pilot. It was the first go, and I mean people enjoyed it a little bit. I mean we got a lot of likes on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that, which is pretty good. I like to say that.
Let's keep the growth going, guys.
Exactly, come on.
Keep it going.
Like right now, you can see that button right there is not pressed. And what I want you to do right now is just press F, or even press that little button on the side that says make the screen.
Oh god, I'm actually really disappointed.
Scroll down a tiny bit. Leave a
Disappointed.
comment down below first, and then what I want you to do is press that like button. Maybe 3 or 4 times, but make sure that thing is glowing.
But just do it gently. Just really,
Do it gently.
You know.
And then maybe if you want, you could press the subscribe button and chuck the bell on. We don't care about that. Just do what you want.
Yeah, shut up.
But like the video, though. Why not?
Easy. So, yeah, I feel like this episode we're going to mainly focus on some stories about weed, but I also have something to talk about. So before we do that, ready for a cone? Well, last episode I asked you how was your smoke, and I remember listening, because I listened to our video episodes, and you said it was a 3 out of 10. Then you bumped it to a 6. So what would you rate that one?
Like an 8. I'm not gonna lie.
8. Oh, we got new flavor.
Yeah.
Right. We'll call it flavor.
Yeah, it's new flavor. Yeah.
It's called Mimosa Evo, and it's an import from Thailand. Apparently,
It's fucking good.
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It tastes like a mixture. So on what they say it tastes like is pretty accurate. It tastes like a mixture of like a bit of diesel. You know that smell when you're at the gas station? That diesel. Like go right now, you can probably taste it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, it does.
And then it has like a citrusy flavor, like
yes.
aftertones, where it's like a mandarin or an orange. I wouldn't say a lemon though.
You ever have like sour straps?
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of those.
Like, but diesel-y. Like a lick the car exhaust.
A citrusy like sour strap kind of like tasting thing. Actually tastes pretty good. I don't lie.
It's pretty good.
I'm so fucked. Alright.
Okay, I'll go. Listen, I'll go into the first thing I want to ask you, because recently I've been listening to this series by the podcast The Red Thread with Jackson. It originally had Moist Critical and Wendigoon on it, and then I don't know what they just fucked off for some reason.
Did they actually?
Yeah, now it's no. It's Jackson and this guy named Friendly Geordies.
Yeah,
it's Friendly Geordie. Yeah, he does it too. And I was listening to this. So they have a 3-part series on this specific person, right? So I was gonna ask you specifically, what's your thoughts on like lolcows? Like let's say like specifically YouTubers or people that have specifically been bullied online, just to the point of like fucked up.
I'm gonna bring up a bunch of people that I know that are lolcows, because there's a bunch of other people. Like there's a bunch of like a whole encompassing thing. You got the main people that everyone knows, right? You got Wings of Redemption.
Wings of Redemption.
Yeah, you got Boogie 2998.
Did he actually get the tattoo? Like what was it? Cancer on his head?
I think it was.
Was it liar or something?
Liar, yeah.
Something where because he lied about having cancer.
I think he it was 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I think recently comes out that that he had used like a sexual dating app while with his 23-year-old girlfriend that he has.
Oh.
Or something. He has like a girlfriend that's like fucking like really young.
23.
Like 23.
How old is he?
Like almost 50. This guy's pushing 50.
Okay, look, it's legal, but I can understand why people wouldn't like that.
But like the reason why that's why it's also like a kind of a lolcow is that like he is known to spend his money on like prostitutes and stuff. There was like a period of time with him, especially where he even has like publicly stated that he spent almost like 50 grand on prostitutes.
50 grand on prostitutes is kind of outrageous.
He would just send them money and just like gifts and stuff, not even just to have sex. Most of the time, it was just like, oh, here's like $1,000. Buy something nice for yourself.
Was that in that one documentary, the really long, like
yeah, and he talked about that too. Yeah.
Damn, this guy's crazy. But
and he's the most self-deprecating loser of all time. In that same video, he did an job interview.
Oh, I've seen this on Twitter.
He just makes out like he is retarded.
Yeah.
Like he genuinely makes out like
it's impossible
he's
for
like
me to get a job.
Yeah, like he is genuinely like his obesity caused him to be like physically disabled and all this stuff. Although if that was the case, you wouldn't even be able to stand up.
I mean, like
you'd be
my response to that usually isn't even based around like his obesity. It'd be more like, why don't you just get a call center job, dude?
Not even that. He makes money online. He has obviously marketable skills that he can use other than on YouTube.
Not anymore. He's killed himself in terms of that.
I mean, not on, like this is what I'm kind of insinuating here. It's not more working on YouTube, but like more working on the internet as yourself. He could work. I think his name's Steven or something. Make an account on LinkedIn or something, or make one on like Fiverr. Start editing people's videos for some money. Do that. He can obviously do that. He has the skills. He has the knowledge on how to do it. He's been doing YouTube for almost 15 years.
But I was going to say, he's still a really well-known person. So, like, even if he was to be like, yeah, I'll do some editing for you guys, I'd feel like...
He just needs to be anonymous. I feel like that's what he doesn't like doing.
Yeah.
He likes the attention.
He loves the attention. I mean, that's why he did, like, the whole, like, I have cancer thing, and then he didn't have cancer at all, and then it was all, like, whatever.
Yeah, well, you got those ones, like, the original, the staple, those two are, like, pretty well-known. Then you have, like, which recently... Rest in peace. But there was a person called, I'm pretty sure his name was King Cobra, JFS. He was known as an online lolcow because a lot of people talk about him. He recently died.
What did he do? Also, I just want to mention, when you say lolcow, what do you think a lolcow is specifically?
A lolcow is someone that's basically unaware that their content is just causing them to be harassed.
Like harassed? Like, do you think it's just like full self-awareness?
It's literally just like they think that the fans that they're getting that are like attacking them are like haters, but it's most of the people that see them online.
I was gonna say, like, would you say that's like I don't know Wings the Redemption stuff, but with Cobra Guy, but I'm with him. What does he do?
Well, he used to like he was been on YouTube for I think since it started essentially. Right,
like, and like 2004, 2000. Like, when did YouTube start? 2001? No, way before 2001. Wasn't it?
I think it was like the first ever video uploaded. I think was like 2009ish.
No. Yeah. There's videos released in like 2001 on YouTube, isn't there? Like, think of old. I don't think so. What about old Smosh videos? When were they released?
Like 2011.
Oh man.
Yeah, hey, you think about it, but you think about it now. It's 2025. It's about to be literally 2 months away from 2026. And you think about it, literally the other day I was talking about this with like my mum. I was like, holy fucking shit. I had like an epiphany the other day where I was talking to my mate and I was like, damn, 10 years ago. And then I really sat there and was like, 10 fucking years ago.
Yeah. This is what it feels like to be in this is the thing, we're only experiencing this because 10. No, but this is what I'm saying. We're only experiencing this because we're like 20 and something. So,
I'm like 30. It's going to be 20 years.
But like, people have already lived through this, but people are like 60 years old right now.
Oh, look, I mean, no hating on everyone that's older, but fuck, man, like, it's scary to get old. It's a scary thing.
True. Anyway, back to the Cobra Guy. What did he make?
Yeah, well, so he was like, basically, just like some content you should upload on YouTube, right? He was just some dude, he'd be like, oh, you know, like, today I'm going to be doing this. So he would start making, like, you know, he would do beer. Like, he would make his own brews of, alcohol. It was really funny. And then he would make, like, Cobra Eats, and he would make the worst fucking meals I think of, like, bro. Some of it was, like, Peter Griffin level of cooking. Like, you know how Peter Griffin cooks that fucking, like...
Oh, like the one in the car?
Yes, it was like that, but, like, unironically. Like, he was doing it unironically.
So he was doing, like, gross, like, mixtures of food?
Right, like,
because the Peter one
but
was,
he would
like,
do it, and he would be like, damn, this tastes good. Like, he did one where he ate, I think it was sushi in a burger, but the burger was, like, cooked, like... It just wouldn't go with sushi.
Wrong.
It just would not go with sushi.
There was something. There was an issue.
And he would use
sushi.
like a bunch of sauce and a bunch of like, and it just looked gross as fuck. And I'm just like,
was he like just some obese guy? And
he wasn't really obese. He was just like, you know, average looking dude. But like, he doesn't look average because I think he was born with like a rare condition when he was younger that made him. I think I think he had like chromosomal issues, if I'm correct. I'm not too sure, but he also had like obviously like developmental issues, and that's why he got made fun of online, which is also a very sad thing about it. Is like a lot of lolcows, like, and that's the thing, lolcow, like that. Most of the people that are making fun of these people are either like probably like mentally like a bit slower than people, maybe even neurodivergent. Like we don't. So this with most people, you know what I mean?
This kind of comes back to where I was starting off originally.
Yeah.
So I listened to this. There's a 3-part series from the podcast The Red Thread, right? With the people I was talking about before. And they have a series on Chris Chan. And bro, do you know anything about Chris Chan? Do you know anything about Chris Chan? This guy. I don't know other people's experiences as being lolcows and how they were treated, but bro, the lengths that people went to for just to make this guy Chris Chan, who's just some like actually just mentally disabled man.
He's very autistic. He's a highly autistic person.
Yeah, but obviously like there's a lot of history for Chris Chan. He's literally one of the most documented people on the internet.
Yeah, and I feel like it's sad though because he is like one of the point in cases of a lolcow. Like I don't want to say Boogie and like Wings of Redemption are like real lolcows because if you really think about it, they're like kind of aware of what they're doing. That's how they make their money, right?
But the thing with Chris Chan is like he didn't know stuff was happening, and people would.
Yeah, bro, that's what an authentic lolcow is. They don't. They think that their online presence isn't like them getting hate. They genuinely think that the people actually like them. And that's the saddest part about just in particular what they think about themselves. Which makes them think they get a bigger ego about themselves. Like, oh, everyone watches me on YouTube. I'm a big personality, but they're getting made fun of by those same people that are watching them. Which there
are videos and photos of this guy Chris Chan. By the way, he's not Chris Chan because of like Japanese Chan. Konnichiwa.
It's Chris Chandler.
No, yeah, it's Christopher Chandler. And that's his. So it's Chris Chan, right? This guy, even before, like, so let's say, like, when you think of Chris Chan, when you think of modern day Chris Chan, trans? Well, technically, yeah. I was getting into that. Technically, when you think of modern day Chris Chan, you think of
the mother incident,
the mother incident, and them being trans, right?
More so the mother incident.
More so the mother incident, the mother incident. Just a little bit of context. This guy Christopher Chandler.
He basically got coerced into fucking his mum.
Well, listen. So he
crazy thing.
He is like he's like a hypersexualized like sex.
He's
pest.
very I mean, he's obviously
that comes from like a lot of like internet access and stuff, and a lot of weird things that he would get into in his free time,
like porn and stuff. Obviously, it's so accessible to people.
This guy is so desperate for like any amount of intimacy or with any type of woman. He's just really so bad. He would like get with people who are like trolling him, and they would be like, "Oh my god, like I really like I really like you. Like, can you please?" Oh, I'll give you the best example. There was a time where he was dating a woman, right? And the woman was actually a troll. Oh, the woman was actually a troll, right? And this woman would get into a call with him, and they would do sexting stuff, right? And there's a lot of videos and photos of Chris Chan beating his shit on the internet. The whole time, right? The whole time you think, oh my God, this is fucked up. Like a mentally disabled autistic man is beating off in front of obviously a troll on the internet. Turns out that person was a 13-year-old boy. And Chris Chan had no idea, nothing. And then Chris Chan... It gets so bad because he when he was younger, right, because he was a bit disabled, he would love to spend a lot of time on TV, start watching like the Sonic shows and like the Pokemon stuff. Yeah. That's where Sonic Chu came from. He's like staple creation, Sonic and Pikachu mix. Yeah. He would be, bro, he made like the first ever model and he sent it to like a person thinking that it was a girl, and they literally recorded smashing it and then they sent it back to him. They're actually like, bro, they literally, there's some, I don't remember the full story exactly how, because, bro, my brain is fucking stupid.
What a poor guy.
Right now, oh man, I wish I was a bit more sober to tell like the exact intricacies of this shit. There's times where he would like make a model of it again, smash it up, because they told him to, and they were like, shove it up your ass.
I remember, yes, I've seen that.
There's other times where there's literally a gif of him on the internet, and you can look it up. You can look up just Chris Chan gif. I think it's like blob doll. It's literally a gif of him like holding a blob doll and just going like this non-stop, and it's horrible.
You know what?
There's so many times
you know
he's
what
been
this
like,
reminds me of?
it's so shit.
So talking on the same topic, it's literally the same kind of topic. Reminds me of Daniel Larson.
Daniel Larson, who's that?
So Daniel Larson he blew up on TikTok when it was in its infancy, right? And now Daniel Larson,
2019,
also,
2020?
yeah, pretty much. Daniel Larson also had previously been in like the media sphere because when he was younger, he was interviewed as a kid because I'm pretty sure his mum ended up dying, and he had to go to foster care, and his nan ended up looking after him. So then after that happened, I'm pretty sure his nan ended up dying after that, and then he became homeless. He is also mentally disabled as well. I'm pretty sure he's like autism, I think ADHD, and I think he's like schizophrenic as well, like genuine.
Damn, this already sucks just to start off as a foundation.
Anyway, this guy got popular off TikTok by basically going into restaurants and not paying. And he
Is it because
because he just didn't have the money, and he was just done. Obviously, he was a bit, different. He hasn't really learned properly, right? So that's what he wants to do, so he's gonna do it, right?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to like put together who you're talking. Is it like the really skinny guy with glasses that drinks all the time?
No, that's Joshua Block.
That guy's also one of them too.
Yeah, he's
okay, anyway, that's a different thing,
right? So he basically got famous by being a dickhead online, and then people started trolling him. But then he basically got the Chris Chan treatment. Essentially, the same types of things happened where he was being trolled by people. One of his fans, he had a crush on this. It's kind of fucked, but a young girl that went on, I think, one of the Got Talents, like America's Got Talent, or I think one of the like talent shows that are publicized on the internet or online. And on TV as well, but he watched that obviously when he was probably younger, and he fell in love with this young girl. He used to bring it up all the time, like this chick, his name is Grace Vanderwall, and he used to bring it up all the time, like, oh, me and her are like together. She has no idea who this guy is.
Just
right?
a man dude.
Then all of his fans start trolling him, pretending to be her management team, pretending to be her family, messaging him, being like, oh yeah, you're with her. So he believes in his mind that he's with this girl, right? And that's what his fans kind of made him to do. She actually found out that that's going on, and she was like, "You're a fucking weirdo." Her family was the same, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And obviously he doesn't know any better because this is what he's been told by the internet, and that's what he's believing at the moment, right? There's been videos of him, like you said, with the whole blow up doll thing with Christian. There's incidents that's happened the same way with him, where there's a video of him butt naked. Camera set up basically right in front of him, maybe 5 meters in front of him, maybe. Butt naked on the carpet, right? He puts his legs up in the air, grabs a toothbrush, puts it in his ass, and starts brushing his teeth. And then starts saying, "I'm doing this for Grace Vanderwall."
That's insane.
The toothbrush incident.
People are so ill because... Bro, because this guy Chris Chan is so connected to his like the shit that he makes, because he makes a comic series with Sonny Chu, what we were talking about before.
Yeah.
He's super addicted to it. So when people are like making a fake version, right? It's like a parody version, and then but instead of like Sonny Chu going out and doing something and attacking someone, Sonny Chu's like gay and has gay sex, right? But because his fans are so like funny like that, they'll just make stupid shit like that, and then they'll get more popular, and then him. But because they're actual assholes, you can go and listen to like the phone calls between Chris Chan and these people. They actually just bully him over the phone to the point where he gets scared to call. Sometimes there was this one time where he said like he did like an apology video about some like comic because he made fun of the guy because the guy made a parody of his comic and whatever. And he's on the phone with this guy, and through the call, he goes, "Oh, my mom's calling me bro," and then you can literally hear him just put on like a fake woman voice and go, "I need you to put the cat outside." and he goes, "Oh, sorry, Mama, I gotta put the cat. Sorry, I'm gonna go." And it's so awkward. Yeah,
because it's probably like.
But these guys on the call are like, Chris Chan, like, genuine. You're a fucking asshole, like, you're a piece of shit, like, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, whoa!
Like, pre-motherfucking, okay, literally, I feel like he is redeemable, in a way. Like, because he's just an autistic man on the internet that got bullied by a bunch of people, and then he got bullied to the point where he got manipulated.
Listen, this is the thing, as I was listening, it gets bad, because it gets bad, even before everything, right? Even before That whole story I just told you.
Yeah.
There was a time where he had like a friend that he would message over email. It was an actual girl, right? And there was people online already trolling him at the time. And then they were like writing stuff about him on this like one Wikipedia page about him. After that Wikipedia page started blowing up, he got so frustrated, and so he tried to like flood it with like more information and like as much information as possible. So then you wouldn't even be able to understand. And I don't understand how it got to this point, but he actually drew a drawing of him like fingering a woman, right? And him like thumbsing up like this. He's like. And it's just like, and look, the hand's like full out like this. Okay, the full hand's out like this. The full hand is out like this, and then his like little full hand is in it. And then he goes, oh yeah, this is about the girl that I'm emailing. So the girl messages him and goes, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is weird. I don't want to be friends with you anymore, right? So like a few days go past, and he emails her, and he's like, oh no, actually no. He's first of all he responds to her, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Like, you know, like no, he literally goes, I will send you like videos, or I'll send you like documents that I got because he watched the 40-year-old virgin. Yeah, and he thinks that's him. Like, he's like, that's so me, bro. Like, he's like, that's actually me, dead ass. That's actually Steve Carell. He literally said to her, he goes, you don't understand the frustration that like virgins have. Like, go watch the 40-year-old virgin to understand my pain, bro. And then she's just like, what the fuck? Then he messages her like a day after, and he goes, I've done some like thinking. I'm so sorry about this. Like, I'm really, really sorry. But, you know, like, if I didn't draw that, I feel like I would have done worse things, like, in person. And so like, it's not the exact way he said it, but it was, like, so threatening to, like, even the people in the podcast I was listening to, they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what?
It's crazy. It's really, really crazy that these sort of people, so he basically was like, yeah, if you didn't if I didn't draw this, I would have maybe sexually assaulted you, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, like, if I felt like that on the day, like, if I was a bit horny.
He would draw comics, and in the comics, he would have a sister, like a fake sister that he would, like, do stuff with that he would draw, right? And then he mentions, obviously, like, I needed to release this way or else it's going to get bad, right? Or, then it turns into this, yeah? Obviously, all that stuff this is pre-transition, Chris-Tran. That turns into mumfuck.
That makes total sense.
It's all from day one. If you go through the whole history of everything, it kind of like it all webs together.
Yeah, because
it's so bad.
I've done like some research about that like topic, especially like the motherfucking incident. Right? I was informed, right, that essentially he was like the way that he was basically coerced into doing it by this person named Isabella Janke. Right?
Oh no, it was a troll.
Which was a troll. Yeah, but she basically said to him, like, it's okay to have these type of feelings for your mum, and that you should pursue them. And that's what got into that. So he probably already had these thoughts beforehand. Yeah, right? But now it's just like, oh, and yeah, now, bro, my people are validating this fucking thought process in his mind, when now he's like, mum, you horny?
So
like, that's so bad. Like, that's so bad.
It's actually so shit. But here's the thing, right?
And he does it,
and it's so bad. Remember how I said everything can go back to like a different part, right?
Yeah, if you
go like super like
there was signs
like crazy ass.
It's like when you see those like memes where it was like, oh, I never knew that he was gonna kill people, and it was just like the most obvious signs.
The reason that like Chris Chan transitioned, holy shit, tongue twister. They transitioned like basically I think it was after their father died, right?
Yeah.
And in that period of time of the father dying, the trolls actually chilled out for a bit, and there was actually a period of time, I think it was like 2013, where that whole year he wasn't even touched. Like no one even because everyone was like, leave him alone, bro. His dad just died. But
they should just leave him alone.
There were still trolls, but the way that he slowly transitioned is over Facebook. He would like write about it, and he would write like, oh,
so much
like I fucking hate the look of my dick. I'm so revolted by my dick, right? Which is whatever. That does, but what I'm saying is this relates then back to another part of his life where he originally, when he like before everything, like even when he was like in college, right, the normal ass dude.
Yeah, he wasn't normal back then.
He was never even funny. But like when he was like that sort of age, right?
Yeah.
He was like, like super homophobic, like really,
I do
really
remember
homophobic.
that. Yes, I have.
To the point where he was like when
really
people
hated-
started drawing
really
gay
hated
stuff
gay
of his stuff.
Yeah, he would hate
was
it.
furious.
Yes, I do remember that. Yeah.
And he was like, I hate the looks of dicks. I hate dicks because vaginas are nice looking, right?
Mm.
And then when he started transitioning, he was like, I hate the look of my dick. Hate the look of my dick. I like how it looks when it's like behind, like when I tuck it in.
Tuck it in.
And I'm like. It's literally, you can go from just literally go to the Wikipedia page of Chris Chan, go to the start and read all the way through. You'll be like, oh my god, it's like One Piece. Better written. His life is better than One Piece. Actually, crazy life.
It's been from day dot, bro. You got to store a
horrible,
whole
bro.
like
It's
40
horrible.
years of content.
I mean, it's so bad to the point where the 13-year-old pretending to be a girl was like, burn down your house. And then he didn't do it. But then after his father died, guess what happened?
He tried to do it.
No, his house fucking burned down.
So what? That's like he probably then tried to do it, right?
Apparently, his fucking bathroom is so disgusting because the whole house is a hoarding house.
Yes,
right?
yeah, it's fucked.
It's so bad, it's so disgusting that they used the only power outlet that they used was in the bathroom.
And it caught fire.
I think it was like they put a coffee like thing in that outlet and it just like caught fire or something.
Fuck, it's like that's sad, but and that's the thing.
But it's like at the same time,
what
people
parents, like their parents have like. Did you think about it? Chris Chan's parents, if they're living in a hoarding house, right? This guy Chris Chan, not only does he have like a bad like mental health upbringing, not only because he's different in like, you know, he's autistic, right? So he's obviously already different to the normal person, so he thinks differently, right? So it's harder for him to communicate his thoughts and his needs, right? So obviously he thinks that he's different. He obviously perceives himself as different. That's why he is the way he is and what does the things he does, because he gets the attention that he's getting, so he obviously thinks it's all right. Yeah. That also then means that his parents are also perpetuating that with also giving him a bad home environment. And then that's also the thing is like, I don't know what his parents are like when both his parents were alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's...
asked me, bro, speaking so fast, holy.
I don't know if his dad was like, you know, a stand-up guy, but like that's
both of his parents had him really old. Really? I think his dad died of heart failure and he was like 70 something.
Yeah, because his mum's like got dementia at the moment.
Yeah, she was they're both they were like geriatric like 10 years ago.
So
I don't even know what, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm too geeked to even know what that word means. I just used it in that sentence.
I was like, I mean, I think that's like.
What's geriatric? Because they're like too old. Okay, cool. Yeah, because they basically were too old to work for a long time.
And you get like diseases and stuff like that.
There's literally a time where Chris Chan was like being coerced by this 13-year-old to beat off on call.
Yeah.
And there's literally a recording of him beating off and his dad walking in because trolls knew that he was doing it at the specific time. So the trolls called his dad. The trolls killed his dad. No, the trolls called his dad being like he's gonna kill himself. So he's beating his shit. His dad walks in and goes, "Chris! Oh my god! Why are people on YouTube telling me that you're gonna kill yourself?
And you're beating your meat!"
And he's like, "Dad, can you just leave?
Dad, go away! I'm beating."
Oh my god, it was so good. But bro, like people are just like so evil to these poor ass people. Just like.
And I feel like that's like the thing as well. Like he was just basically like from the beginnings, like. Essentially from the beginning by the internet.
It was so bad. It was so bad that like when he was a kid, right? He said the happiest period of his life is high school, right? Because he had friends to go to and like stuff. But it actually turns out after his dad died, it turns out he found out that his dad was actually and the principal of the school were paying students to be friends with him.
Oh, that's horrible.
It's so bad.
That's so sad.
It's so bad. His life has been so bad.
That is so sad.
It's so bad. And then like there's so many things I can mention. His half brother, because he's like mum had like had a child before him, right, when she was younger.
So
his half brother got married and didn't even invite him to the wedding or his mum.
Damn.
Yeah. So he hates him too, and then he's like, and then those same school friends that would hang with him.
So I was right. His parents
him.
just fucking perpetuated his life to be as bad as it is.
The reason that I brought up his dad and the whole like beating situation is because the dad actually was like an actually useful person, because in the time of him being alive in Chris Chan's life, if Chris went too far, he'd be like, "Calm down, dude," because he's like, "I'm turning off the Wi-Fi."
Yeah, so like actually punishing
Dutch.
Dutch,
I'm turning the Wi-Fi off.
Dad, no.
No, it's literally what he sounded like. There was a YouTube channel that of a guy pretending to be him, dressed as him and voicing it, and I'm the real Chris Chan.
I'm the real Chris Chan with Sunny 2 and all that.
Bro, Chris Chan would be like, "I'm real," and here's proof, and he'd play a Guitar Hero of like a song, and the guy would release a video of him actually playing the song on guitar, and he would just be like, "I see, I'm the better one," and then just to fuck with him, they would be like, oh, we're gonna get a bunch of girls on the call with us two and see who they like more.
Like, oh.
And they always chose. They
yeah.
literally called him Liquid Chris, and they called the actual Chris Chan Solid Chris, like solid snake.
Bro, poor guy, bro. Honestly, bro, I honestly feel bad for him in like a slight way. I mean, like, obviously, you guys have the context now of what was going on behind the scenes and like the entirety of it. Like, it's kind of hard to feel bad, but at the same time, I kind of feel bad for him because like no one deserves to be born like that.
His dad was the only one keeping him in check. And I feel like the issue that I had with both of them, both the parents, is that I believe that they should have just turned off his Wi-Fi. But again, this is 2000 and this is like really early into the internet where like, they probably don't even understand it. They don't get it.
Well, now that his mum's fucking dementia ridden, right? So she doesn't have any sense of like awareness whatsoever. So she can't even help him now. And to be fair, like Chris Chan, like himself, he is not like mature enough to be an adult for himself, which is where it's like, what happens when his mum dies? You know how horrible it's going to be when his mum dies?
Chris Chan currently has a girlfriend and a kid.
What? How did that happen?
You got to keep up with the Chris. They literally call it the Christory. Like his history.
Literally the Christory, bro. It is.
It's his history. The Christory, bro.
The Christory of the Chris Chan himself, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta.
That's
I'm
more
telling
in
you.
depth than all the other ones.
What's really funny? I'm only like 2 episodes in. I still haven't listened to the third one yet.
Yeah, do you know there's a guy on YouTube that I think he has like an 80-part series that is all hours long, by the way. I think they're all like at least 3 hours long each, and they're all going over Chris Chan's life from the beginning to now. Yeah. And they update it, I think, every week.
Yep.
He releases a new video talking about what he's been up to.
Yeah, literally.
And I feel like that. Look, I feel like that is
he's a Christorian.
He is a Christorian, bro. He is the OG Christorian.
The OG Christorian.
He was there. He's going to be putting up fucking flyers for his own college soon, being like, come and learn some Christory.
I'm a PhD in Christory.
Yeah, I learned something new about
Chris.
Like, I'm starting my own PhD school, and we're going to be selling Christory PhDs, and he's going to make sure everyone knows about the Chris Chan law.
Secret guy selling crystal meth.
Okay, and people are going to be, the cops are going to be like, what's this Christory? You got meth? This is talking about meth, talking about drugs.
Oh, man, it's just so fucked, honestly. Anyway,
I feel sad for him,
the dad before he died also was like, I have a bit of money inherited. I really need you to take care of my legacy. You know, like really like take care of it. So this guy Chris and his mum. So Chris got banned from like a card store a long time ago because he was like rude or some shit. I don't know. They just threw his fucking ass out.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So after like his dad died, he went back to like try and fix that whole thing, but an altercation happened with him. And no, listen to this, bro. The guy kicks him out and he's taking a bunch of photos of the guy. Chris Chan gets in the car and I think hits the guy with the car. Then he blames on his mum, I think, and then makes his mum, or his mum, this is not 100%, like this is like probably like 25% accuracy. But his mum, I think, switches seats with him and then literally hits the guy again. So he gets hit twice. So then he literally sues them both, right? And they get like, he sues them both. And after he gets sued, right? Listen. After he gets sued, he's like, I'm really desperate to have sex. I'm a virgin. I'm really stressed out. So he goes and buys like a prostitute. So his dad's money.
Whatever, man. He's like 40, he's almost 40 at that point, bro. Like, come on.
Alright, listen. But imagine your dad goes to you and goes, I have legacy money. I really need you to not waste it. All of it goes to you being sued for hitting someone, basically in a car, and a prostitute.
Like, I don't know why. We know someone pretty similar to that.
But he's not involved.
Yeah, pretty similar story to that in real life. Except for getting sued, it was a fine. But like, that's still funny. That's still pretty funny.
It's still pretty funny.
It's kind of funny.
We know this one guy who he drives a motorbike around like Melbourne area.
Keep in mind, this guy was never fully licensed, by the way, and he always used to drive around like he was fully licensed when he wasn't even on his L's.
I know this guy was just a nuisance on the road too. Nuisance wherever he goes.
He's a nuisance in general, bro.
No, a bit of a fucking creep too. Anyway, this guy, one time. Right, so we know this guy.
We know this guy. This is a real life story.
Fucking one time, this guy is really, really desperate to lose, bro. Like to go have.
Keep in mind, by the way,
to get a nut.
Keep in mind, this guy is historically known for hating women, right?
Yeah,
to the point where he shit talks women all the time. He's like, damn, I hate women.
If you're a sex worker, bro, you are less than dirt to this man.
Yeah.
Like,
keep in mind, by the way, this guy's only got women in his family. So he hates his own family, bro. Shit.
I mean, he does. I mean, he literally says he hates everything about his life. He hates his family. He hates women. He hates everything, right? So he goes to get a nut. He goes to like, I think it's like what, like a lot. So there's a place. There's a long strip.
Yeah. This is like a massive, like, it's basically just a main street for like.
It's like a main street and it has a bunch of like stores on it, but there's a brothel at the end,
like factories and warehouses and shit for trucks and stuff.
But there's a brothel at the end, and obviously he goes in to obviously get a nut. I think he paid like $250, right? And then as he was leaving, right, he is starting to like go really fast, down the road.
A dickhead, by the way.
He goes like 100 in like a 60, and then he goes like 140 in a.
And this
80.
is not just like him doing it like just because he got his nut off, you know, like he's feeling good. This guy did this shit just on the daily, like just doing normal traffic shit. This guy would be like, this is the type of person you don't want on a motorbike because you're like probably like looking at him while he's driving and you're driving. You're like, damn, I'm probably gonna end up killing this person because of how horrible he's driving. Yeah. Anyway,
this guy's going down like speeding, like 140 in an 80, like bang, he's gone, right? And obviously, he starts going a bit too fast, and he looks behind himself, and he can see some blue and red lights.
Man, bro got done.
This guy got fucked. Police got his ass hard. I think they not only took his license for like a long time.
He was imitating P.
Imitating P, so he's got like fucked with demerit points. So like his amount of like points that he has before he loses his license completely. A lot of them gone. It was a $2,000 fine, so now he's $2,250 down. Right?
Keep in mind, by the way, his grandfather was dying of cancer in a different country that he said to his family he was going to pay bills to go to the fucking place for. So we don't know if he didn't end up seeing his grandfather before he passed, but to be honest, I think that's the biggest karma that this guy could have ever gotten. To be honest,
this guy, look, like as much as we talk about him, like we were besties. He was not friends with him.
He was not really. He was like one of those like weird people where like you would think you were like good friends with this person, but then like behind your back he would be saying like, oh yeah, this person, I don't really know this person that much, but you knew him like basically your entire life, and he would love to lie about stuff too, and you're just like, what the fuck? Basically just like confuse the shit. He was trying to make himself look better than he was, but he wasn't.
And he was also just really like he hated women, and he was living in a house full of women. But he would also be extremely like perverted and weird towards women in our friend group.
Yeah,
they're weird ass people in this world. That's what I mean. Like sometimes people and lolcows, sometimes they deserve it heavily, sometimes they don't.
I feel like it's like what goes around comes around type
exactly.
of thing.
I think karma exists for a reason, and it hits these guys hard. And
I'll be
honest with you, bro. You want to ask what should hit our hard right now?
Fucking go.
Oh my god! Not gonna lie, that was crazy. But I was going to ask, what's your favorite place to be at when you're high specifically? Because like recently, me and my girlfriend, after work, we were like, fuck, hungry, and we need to buy a bunch of grocery shit. So we're not a better place to go than the great, beautiful place of Costco. Amazing place for fat asses and restaurant owners.
I think it's just good for cheap food, bro. Like
it's good for cheap food, but like I'm gonna be dead ass with you. I don't know if it's just because we're in Australia or some shit, but the pizza is kind of ass.
Well, like the $1.
It's bread. It's not dough. It's bread.
I fuck with the pizza heavy though.
But it's bread. It's not even dough.
I only had it once. To be fair, I only had it once, and that one time I had it, it was pretty good. Like it was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. It was probably like maybe a 6 out of 10.
Maybe a 6 out of 10.
But that's like because like I don't know. You can't go wrong with pizza. It's just cheese, fucking tomato sauce, and some fucking pepperoni if you want that. Some meat if you want that.
But this, bro,
maybe a little bit of oregano if you want margarita.
Not only does the cheese have probably, unironically, the worst cheese pool out of any pizza I've ever had in my entire life.
I don't really fuck with cheese pools, to be honest.
You don't like cheese pools? Why?
It's just like, bro, I want to eat the food, bro. Like, I don't want to be like sitting there being like trying to get the fucking cheese in my mouth.
Okay, but listen. When a cheese is gooey and stretchy, that's what makes the cheese yummy. But when the cheese is hard and like clumpy,
okay, yeah. Now that you say that, that makes more sense.
Yeah, but I mean, like if you're eating the good part of the fucking cheese, bro.
Yeah, but I like for specific things. That's what you want for it. I feel like pizza is not one of those things.
What do you mean pizza's not one of those things? You want pizza to have like the crazy good cheese stretch. What do you want it in a burger?
Unless it's just only like a margarita pizza, then yeah, well, like, obviously. But like if it's just a pizza like a meat lovers, why would you want the stretch? So this is what I'm saying, but
the cheese also holds all the stuff together.
I prefer a stretch for like a mozzarella stick because most mozzarella sticks you get nowadays from anywhere, they were like, oh guys, mozzarella sticks, you know, the ones that stretch and shit, like cool, funny. You get it? You're like, oh, I can't wait to stretch my mozzarella stick, and you bite into it, and it's just a fucking string cheese that hasn't melted properly.
Yeah,
and you're just like,
see, I have I'm very lucky because obviously me and my partner are in a house together. And we can just buy whatever we want. So obviously, we bought a portable deep fryer. Fuck yeah, 100%, so good. But we bought like a bunch of mozzarella sticks and put it in the actual deep fryer, and then salted it. We actually put a bit of MSG on it, and then maybe a bit of taco seasoning, just a little bit, and then mix that bitch up. And this is the thing that I have the issue with the mozzarella sticks is that the crust is good and whatever, it tastes nice. But the cheese itself is always bland. Unless you're making your own. Even when you're making your own, it's just normal bland cheese in it. And I feel like the cheese, like this may be I don't know. I just need I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I just want a really nice flavored cheese in my mozzarella stick. Maybe if it has like those peppers in it, you know, the fucking Colby Jack cheeses.
Yes.
That would go hard.
I feel like that's what they need to do with like mozzarella sticks in general. That's what they need to do.
Add
if you're gonna have
cool shit to it.
It's just like flavoring to the cheese, because obviously you can do that if you make the cheese like yourself. Yeah. Obviously you can do that, and I mean I feel like, right, let's be fucking real. If there was a restaurant that released their own mozzarella sticks, like homemade recipe without buying them from like a fucking like or importing them from somewhere, I feel like that would go hard. I feel like it would be like big chunky mozzarella sticks too.
Yeah, but this is the issue that I have. Have you seen online the Korean hot dogs? Like the Korean what are they called?
Like the corn dogs?
The Korean corn dogs, those ones. But have you seen? They're so good. Like sometimes, like they're on a stick. Obviously, the sausage is on a stick and then they're deep fried in the batter. Some of them have cheese in it, and I can't lie. Again, what about that is tasty? Like adding the cheese, the texture is kind of mid. Because it's going to be like but if the cheese pool needs to be a part of something that's good, the pizza having a cheese pool is good because obviously the cheese is the main aspect of the pizza.
Yeah, but that's the fad of the online marketplace.
But this is the thing, but the cheese in a mozzarella stick makes sense because that's the main part of the fucking
but people want that just regardless of. That's what I mean with the pizza. I feel like it's overdone with the pizza. It's just cringe.
People go, oh,
like mozzarella stickers was supposed to be the stretchy one, right?
Yeah.
Out of all of them, you would think that mozzarella stick would be the stretchy one.
Yeah.
Right. This is what people have done nowadays, especially with like stretchy cheese, is they've publicized it so much that people only want to see stretchy cheese on stuff now.
I just think it sucks. I think it sucks. Look, as much as I love a stretchy cheese on a pizza. Again, what we originally started off with Costco is that the cheese is kind of hard and chunky. I'm not a big fan of it. Maybe that's just my fucking place. Maybe the Costco where you fucking live or wherever you're listening to this from has the best fucking pizza on earth. Where I'm from, it sucks dick. And
it's decent. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. I know what you mean. Like it's like cheap, shitty, like almost like plastic tasting pizza. If you think about it, like it's like
but you get like it's more bread than dough.
Yeah, you know when you get like bread. When you get like say like a frozen pizza from like Coles or something, it's like that, but just a little bit like more like tiny tad more gourmet. Because I feel like frozen pizzas.
I get that. That's tiny, it actually has a good quantity of like oil and pepperoni on it,
and it's good slice for what you get. Like $1.50, and you get like a slice that's pretty decent. Like it's probably the size of the palm of my hand. Yeah, probably even bigger.
And you get a whole pizza for like $11, $12. Not bad.
Yeah, and like imagine
that pizza's like.
Yeah, and imagine like go on the fucking Costco one day, and you're like, fuck, don't have anything for dinner, mate. Fuck. And then you go through the fruit court. Yeah. $11
That's exactly what we did.
Pizza.
That's exactly what we did yesterday.
$11 pizza. Or you can get a rotisserie chicken.
You can get a rotisserie chicken.
Or there's other stuff there.
Coles and Woolworths, which are our main two supermarkets, they have roast pork.
Oh yeah, no,
you can literally just grab this. You know what we do? We buy the crunchy, crispy rolls. Right, we cut them in half, buy a pork, smash it up with like a Chinese like banh mi.
Banh mi. Oh, but it's homemade.
Get a bit of pate and mayo butter.
Oh, that would go so hard. I'm not gonna lie with you, that's like they've actually innovated with that. The rotisserie chicken is so goated. Like, and I feel like, I mean, it was literally fucking made a fucking Australian slang term in the dictionary last year. a bachelor's handbag.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's a rotisserie chicken. And they made it a slang term in the dictionary. So people love rotisserie chickens that are easy to get from the shops that much. They've made literal slang for it. And now they're deciding, hold on, we can innovate with this. Let's start doing fucking pork. And I fucking love that because not only is it convenient for people that are working all day, maybe they don't have enough time to come home and make a full meal. Go down to the shops, cop a fucking $11 fucking whole pork thing. Got the crackle on there. You got the motherfucker. They put seasonings on that bitch too, and they have a whole
salt it really good.
Little bit of like gravy on the bottom you might have.
Yeah.
You can make your own homemade gravy with that. Chuck the juices inside the gravy, mix that bitch up, free gravy.
They'll probably be like, yeah, that'd be buzzing, holy shit.
And that's what I mean. And it's like cheap as fuck. It's like what? Maximum $15?
Okay.
For one?
No, bro.
How much?
It's $20. It's $12.50 for a rotisserie. It's $20.
See, that's why I think
for a pork.
Yeah. I think
the glaze. Look,
I think that's good though.
That was a glaze.
I think that's pretty good because of how expensive pork.
You get a lot of fucking pork.
Because pork is pretty expensive, and for that, it's pre-cooked, pre-seasoned, literally ready to go. You can just go home, like you just said, chop that bitch up, fucking chuck it in a bun with some vegetables, and you eat nice. Yeah, I mean, as much as that as like a ready to cook dinner.
Yeah, so real. Yeah, so real.
Chuck some gravy, vegetables, easy.
Yeah, but again, like I went to Costco and I really enjoyed going to Costco High. Yeah. Because obviously Costco is fucking bussin'.
You can see all the big fucking chips. You're like,
you get to look at the vodka bottles like this big. You're like, what?
You're like, how the fuck are people drinking that shit?
I know, yeah.
How the fuck is it drinking that shit? And it's pretty cheap. To be honest, I remember when we went there, those like bottles are only like $50 or $60.
There might be more than that, bro.
I remember seeing one that was like a liter and it was like
that's pretty good.
$60.
I mean, again, like
I think it was for the vodka as well. And I'm like, damn, that's pretty decent.
I got to do some studying. You know, I got to go and ask ChatGPT a bunch of fucking questions about like alcohol and like how this works and how. Because again, I don't really understand standard drinks. I don't understand how drunk you're supposed to get from a certain amount of standard drinks.
So like standard
drinks. I don't understand anything. So when you say $60 of alcohol. I cannot in my brain imagine how much that is. Yeah. If you said $60 in my brain, I'd have to imagine like if it like.
I can visualize what $60 alcohol is.
Of what specific drink?
Well, if you were to get a $60, right, of any alcohol right now, right, you go down to the store right now, depending on if they have deals, because they could have deals, and that's the ones you want to go for, especially. Like, anytime you're getting alcohol, I feel like getting alcohol, you don't buy the fucking full price one. Just scamming yourself. Just go get like the cheap one. You think about this.
This is how I work.
American people pay so much less for alcohol than we do. It's mental. They don't tax it as much as we do. And that's the thing, there's a problem with us. That's why I always, when I go to a liquor store, I'm looking for fucking deals. I'm not paying the maximum fucking money for alcohol. Alcohol shit. And you can go, and that's why I feel like, overseas places like Bali is a very big tourist spot for Australians. It costs like 50 cents for a fucking bottle of alcohol.
Oh, when I went to Bali, bro, I bought a whole vape for like $10.
Yeah, right here. If you are,
it probably gave me like
$50.
Lung aids, but like
the most recent vape I bought was like $50. Yeah,
that's pretty. I can't. Bro. Here's the thing, like I remember buying like a vape for $100 though.
See, that's insane.
But there was like.
Was it like one of those like fucking like?
It was like I was smoking Optimus Prime's cock. It was crazy. She was insane. Time. Yeah, bro. Transform.
You start like blowing out.
Blood Decepticon like sign.
Shit, man, this shit go on. Start seeing fucking demons in your mind.
What the fuck, bro? Transformers, bro. What the fuck?
Transformers.
Anyway. What is your favorite place to hang out when it comes to being high? Because honestly, I can drive wherever I want. You can't drive anywhere right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, I lost my license recently.
Do you have to pay that back? Do you pay them, or what do you do?
No, well, I figured this course. That's $500 I have to do that.
Oh!
Other than that, doesn't matter. But I think my favorite place to smoke, I mean, I feel like just in general, would just be like anywhere that's like close to home. Because I feel like, okay, my optimal spot, like if I was like the dream spot that I wanted to go to was different to like my normal, like what I like. Like I like just chilling after I smoke. So like, you know, playing games, maybe watching a movie, maybe even just like doing housework. I feel like it's way better just to do it high. Because you just feel more locked in. You're a flow state, and you just like don't care about whatever anyone else is doing around you. You just do what you need to do, which is good. So you know, I do that shit. And then, like, if I was to have the best singular spot for smoking, what would I say? I think.
Because again, I feel like the difference between me and you is when I smoke, I like fucking off and going for walks and getting out of the house.
Yeah, I love being in the house.
But yeah, when you smoke,
cozy,
you like
bro.
to sit back in your most coziness. You know, like, yeah, I feel like that's probably like this is the night and day difference of us. Is that you're just more of an inside person, I'm more of an outside person.
No.
I mean, again, I love going to the zoo high. I love going to the aquarium high. I love going.
This might be controversial.
Hot take.
You just mentioned the zoo.
Oh, you don't like the zoo?
I think the zoos are the biggest sham of the 21st century.
Sham? What do you mean? Like you're saying it's just like a waste of money?
It's a waste of money. It's a waste of resources. It's also a waste of tax dollars. If you think about it, we're literally keeping fucking animals in a cage for us to fucking get entertained. Right? I think the point, like the whole point of a zoo is pathetic. I hate zoos because they're boring. You go to a zoo, you look at the animal. Like, okay, I can do that online, brother. Yeah, I can search up hippopotamus and look at the fucking video.
Yeah, but it's not in front of you. Like, there's a difference between being in front of you.
It's just like, I'm just looking at it like, I saw that online. Like,
with that exact same, like, when you see something online and you compare it to something in front of you, is that the same as like, okay, what is it as interesting to see on YouTube with your headphones on a firework or an actual firework in front of you?
I feel like that. I feel like no. Obviously, a firework.
These are both entertaining things.
A firework in person is different. Obviously, like it's better. It's better.
Yeah,
obviously, it's way better.
Is.
I feel like though. I mean, personally, I don't like walking around zoos because I feel like it's just my personal experience with zoos and like going to zoos because I've been like I don't know how many average people fucking go to the zoo like on average in their lifetime, but I remember getting a zoo pass when I was younger.
Maybe in Australia, it's very...
Yeah, in Australia, 100% Australia, yeah.
Everyone goes to the zoo over here. I don't know about America, though.
Yeah, because we got Queensland Zoo, then Melbourne has 2 zoos. We have Werribee Zoo and we have fucking Melbourne Zoo.
Yeah, we do. Holy shit, yeah, the Werribee one even has giraffes, and that's like a suburb near
and that's what I'm saying. Like, and they fucking food. Like, these animals don't belong in these kind of environments.
Yeah.
And this is why I hate it as well. Is also, I don't want to be like the environmentalist, but like, I'm just saying, like... I feel bad for the animals, bro. Like, those animals don't deserve to live in those kind of environments, especially like that safari thing that you go around at, like, the Werribee Zoo. Mm-hmm. They have a whole thing where you can just, like, check out fucking animals.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just sad to have a thing. And, like, I know at the Australian Zoo, they do the same thing in Queensland. Like, and it's just sad for like, the animals and making them an attraction.
I think it's
like,
also
every day, like,
so real.
There's just, like, you got, like, literal, like, apes and monkeys that don't deserve to be in that, like, things because... We have different climates to like where they have been brought up in, right? And maybe they have adjusted the climate for being over here through like a certain amount of time. But I feel like just in general, like taking animals out of their like environments and their habitats and just using them as like a human, like, oh look at this animal, guys, cool animal that you saw online probably 50 million times. It's in person now, and you're just like. But you just see them do what they do on a daily basis, but they just walk around, they do their things. They're not entertaining.
Yeah, but they don't. That's not even what they do on a daily basis. On a daily basis, let's say a bunch of elephants that you would see at the zoo.
That's what they do when they're captive.
When you said specifically before about climates and how they're in the wrong climate, best example is that obviously me and Jack live in the lower state of Australia where it's a lot more cold. And right now, I can look outside the window and I can see all just grey clouds and there's a little bit of rain outside. And it's like, I cannot imagine grey clouds, like 10 degrees weather
but like
for an elephant.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
I think it's kind of like insane.
Africa, where their climate is, where they are from, is always year round, like very fucking warm.
Yeah.
And even if it's getting to the lower temperatures, it's not like enough to be like kind of like sitting there like, oh wow.
It's like every single day of Australia is constantly cold. In Africa, yes, maybe at night time might get to like negative degrees and they may exist. So like they may obviously be able to survive the cold, but it's almost like it's year round that these animals are in this cold.
So they never catch a break.
No, it's
and when
always
they do,
cold.
And when they do catch a break, right, this is the thing. I hate the weather in this country because you hate the weather in this part of the country because, bro, remember, we have friends in Queensland that are like, where we're like, man, it's so cold today, it's 8 degrees. And he's like, yeah, man, it's like 40 degrees. Like,
yeah.
Bring it to us, man.
Yeah.
Because we have like the worst kind of weather system here, especially because you could go during the day, you could be awake at 10 a.m. you wake up, You're like, oh, nice day, whatever.
Yep.
Do what you need to do. Go to the shops. It's very sunny out, and it gets to 30. It gets to like 30 degrees maybe.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, it's fucking pretty warm.
Yeah.
Maybe at like 4 or 5 o'clock, it starts pissing down with rain, and you're just like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah. They used to say, and I still believe in this saying, because I heard this like a long time ago, but they say the Melbourne weather is like a teenage girl.
Yeah,
where it's like unpredictable with emotions.
Literally, it is.
Sometimes it's raining. I guarantee you, in about 30 minutes, it will be sunny outside and I'll go for a run. But right now, it's like cold and grey and shit.
Animals. And that's why I want to go back and loop back to that point where I was
constantly
talking about.
Cold. Yeah.
It's just like we then like do we even? I don't know if the zoos do this because I haven't gone to a zoo for I think. Fuck, I hate zoos, so I haven't gone to one for a while. But I used to go to a lot of them because my dad and his partner used to take me there all the time because they had little kids as well. So we would always go to the zoo. I think I went to the zoo like when I was younger, like almost like 20 times. That's why I fucking hate it so much.
Yeah, I've been there a lot too.
Because I've been there. The first time you go to a zoo is the only time you need to go.
But what's
because you see it. Yeah. You see the animals. You see them. You're like, oh, this is what they have here. This is what they're fucking holding captive. Sweet. And then you leave, and then you come back. Maybe come back 6 years later. It might change a tiny bit. They might add a new animal in. You're like, oh, cool.
I just want to put a little dot point in the fact that I agree with this take in Australia, as in terms of like, yes, we go to Australia Zoo, we're like, cool, we've seen it, fuck off, I'm going home, I don't want to fucking be here anymore.
Tourists though, would be cool.
But I was going to say, when I went to places like Bali, I went to the Bali Zoo, that was a very different type of zoo, not just because of the animals, but because of the climate in the zoo. Yeah. So like it was built differently, it had like different, and it was all like really lush compared to like Australia, where it's a bit more. It's like we still have very lush zoos over here, but like in Bali, we're in the middle of the fucking forest, like of course.
It's like,
but like this is the thing, like I feel like the zoos where animals aren't supposed to be in their climate is the worst type of zoos. I think Australian zoos would be a lot more interesting if they were just specifically Australian type animals. Which I mean, there are specific types of ones where there's like what are they called? There's a specific name for them, but you can go pet like kangaroos and stuff. But I think it's a different name to petting zoos, but it's sort of similar in terms of like I think getting to.
But that's the thing though. This is where I'm coming with it. We don't have any fucking natural Australian animals at a zoo.
Yeah, you barely see them.
We rarely see a kangaroo exhibit at a zoo.
Yeah,
we rarely see a platypus exhibit at a zoo. It's all these exotic animals that they bring and they force to like make them like climate change, basically to adapt to our climate.
How about instead of making like these weird little zoos, how about you make like a massive omega zoo with all the animals? Like, maybe show me a fucking great white shark. Show me something fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. Like that's what I mean. Making separate things, aquariums, to making them separate to like zoos.
Yeah.
If you had an aquarium that was connected to a zoo, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know if Melbourne has some parts that are like that, like the Melbourne Zoo that are like kind of. Land and sea.
I think they probably have like mammals that are like under. They go.
I think they
probably have like otters, penguins.
I know they have penguins.
Penguins would be a part of aquarium.
They have them at Melbourne. Remember at the end?
See, I'm getting confused because the most.
They're not their aquarium, but
this is the thing. The most known company that does like aquariums and like is called Sea Life. There's a Sea Life in Australia. There's a Sea Life in New Zealand. When I went to the New Zealand one in Auckland, they also had penguins in the aquarium. So. Are penguins a zoo animal or an aquarium animal?
I feel like they should be a zoo animal. Because I feel like they would have more freedom in a zoo.
But wouldn't
because
they
they're
share...
hybrids, basically, right?
But wouldn't they share more with the fish? Because even though they're hybrids and they do go on land, they don't go on like dirt land. They go on ice.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I would, like if they had it set up in like an icy kind of like facility, like they have in like the Melbourne like aquarium.
Yeah, Happy Feet.
Yeah, like a basically that's literally what it is. They have like a false snow area. They literally are forced behind in a glass wall.
So do you think? I
remember when I was a kid, but this is what I want to bring up just before you say that. I remember when I was a kid going there and being like, oh, cool. Penguins. The ground was nice and clean. There was no shit on the floor.
There's shit.
Now you go there, and I'm telling you, they don't want to be there. Those penguins hate it. There's shit all over the floor. There's piss all over the floor because they're probably so, and they don't clean it either. The people that work there, they obviously don't clean it properly.
I think they do clean it. I think I think they get it done. They get it done.
By clean, I feel like I mean like recycling.
It's a tough job. I don't want to bag on those.
Oh yeah, obviously, like those people probably working like fucking hard. Obviously, working in a zoo is a hard job. You have to take care of animals that you can probably like. All the animals in there are fucking like huge. You know, especially
Do
like,
you just maybe think that like over the time there's been just a little bit of a drop in quality?
yeah, I think that, and also I think because I mean, you're looking after an animal species that is obviously like, I mean, we do have penguins that are native to Australia, obviously, like the ones in Phillip Island that come over so often.
Yeah, I've actually seen those. Yeah. I went to the premium like VIP one of those. I saw all the penguins. Yeah,
the penguins. That's pretty sick. You see them come up on the beach, do their thing, and it's like a natural thing. That is cool. You're watching natural life take place. Yeah. That's not like a zoo. They're being behind a fucking enclosure and they have to go out into the ocean and like the ocean is only like a 30-meter radius they can go in or something. It's a whole ocean. They go between islands. They swim between islands. You know what I mean? So they're free, and that's the best part about it. That's why, okay, maybe that's what I think is an issue. Is instead of profiting on animals that we're bringing over from different places, why don't we just kind of adapt and just think, okay, what animals do we have right now that we can monetize that won't destroy their environmental like understanding and knowledge, right? Especially for them as the animal. Like you don't want to destroy their daily life. Why don't we do something that is similar to the penguins coming up on the beach, where we just watch them do what they do and we pay a little bit? Maybe we pay for like a live birth thing or something. Which I mean, some people would love to see. Yeah, that.
I mean that's like natural stuff. Yeah,
and that's like the natural thing. Like, and I feel like. If you go to a zoo, you don't see that shit. You don't see natural stuff, and I feel like you go into a zoo to see animals and life, like that isn't us.
It's kind of like owning a Pokemon versus seeing a Pokemon in the wild.
And it's kind of wild that like we as humans have conquered like all these animal species that beforehand were basically just living alongside us, and now we've conquered everything. We've basically been like.
How to make this entertaining?
Jerry the gorilla. Let's chuck that guy inside the fucking containment bit and just like leave him there to have some kids. And then like 30 years later, there's an entire gorilla family, and you're just like, that's sad because these entire gorillas they have the babies in the enclosures, and that's all they know for the rest of their life, and it's sad because I don't. Okay, maybe I might be wrong here, but I don't know if they do research on the animals that they have in the zoos. Maybe they possibly do.
Dude.
And that's probably why they also have the zoos there to do like
they have like probably like professional like researchers that constantly do these jobs.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking as well. Like if they have people that are there to monitor how the effect on the environment has on them, as well as like trying to make their life as good as possible, which obviously they're doing that, but it's also kind of just like in my way, I just kind of think it just kind of sucks. Because a lot of these things probably would have had a better life in their natural habitats without people paying to see them every day behind a glass door. You know, maybe and the thing is like you have literal like paid things to do at zoos where you can feed the giraffes or you can feed the animals and stuff. Yeah, it's interacting with the animals, but basically you're just exploiting the animal to profit. And it's not cheap either.
But you know, it sucks because it's like, okay. Hear me out. I don't agree with caging animals and keeping animals in these type of zoos, but I also have to say that that's how most food comes to us.
Yeah, it's honestly right.
And obviously, if that's how food has to be for it to come to my yummy stomach,
I feel like I draw the line at like obviously I draw the line at like poultry and stuff. Like that's obviously like being used to feed humans. It's completely different to an animal that's being used
feeding people is more important than the feelings of the animals. But at the same time, I feel like this is the thing. I think like survival of the fittest is more important than like the entertainment of the fittest. If that makes sense. Yeah. So like obviously us keeping these animals in a zoo to be like, wow, look, it's a polar bear. That sort of thing is like specifically done to harm. Like it does harm the animal. The zoochosis is literally a word for it. That happens, right? And it does harm the animal. And it's like, I think that's cruel because it's bad towards the animal. But at the same time, again, that's entertainment for the fittest, for survival of the fittest, where we eat the meat. I think that's up to interpretation. I feel like for me that's fine. I would eat a cheeseburger. Fuck yeah.
But that stuff as well. Like I think like meat products, especially like like beef and poultry and all that stuff. I feel like that in itself is like we breed those to kill them. Like they're bred to be killed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, kill him! Oh, literally soundboard.
Oh, kill him! But that's I feel like that's the difference though. Like fundamentally, we use these other animals that we have imported from other countries as an entertainment piece.
Yep.
Especially now especially because we have a lot of online stuff to do now, and people can go on the internet and search up whatever the fuck they want. It makes zoos kind of obsolete for people that are older than the age of like 4.
Yeah.
You go to a zoo
okay.
as a kid
No,
and you're like, G
no.
the fuck up.
A
I remember
lot
the
of-
first time I went to a zoo, I was like, this is sick. But once you get older, you kind of realize, what the fuck am I doing here? It's like, and this is the thing, like, if I have kids, I don't even know if I would want to take them to a zoo. Maybe once, because like to get the knowledge of the animals. But
this is the thing, right?
They're boring.
Again, it's like the firework analogy I said at the start.
Yeah.
Seeing something is always going to be cooler than just learning about something or just seeing it online. Because seeing it online, you're experiencing something that someone's already experienced in person. The jealousy of seeing of that person recording is me being like, I want to be there.
Yeah.
So your kids seeing animals should be something that they would probably want to do. Because if you show a kid like a cartoon of a polar bear, they're going to be like, fuck.
That's sick.
Oh my god, a
I wanna see one
polar
of those in
bear!
real
Oh
life,
my
yeah.
god! It's you know what? It's the best example. It's like Minecraft versus real Minecraft. Like YouTube videos. Those YouTube videos. That's what it's like.
And that's my thing as well. Like I feel like for the first time, it's okay. You want to show your kid the zoo? Go to the zoo. Like I don't really care. Honestly, don't fucking take what I'm saying as just take it as a grain of salt. It's my opinion, but I'm just saying.
We literally have no kids.
Like, and I don't have kids either. That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
losers,
don't fucking take it from me as like a statement that you need to take and go by. But I'm just saying, like, I personally just maybe a one and done thing.
Yeah, one and done.
Take them there. Maybe the aquarium is more interesting to me than a fucking thing.
Yeah,
and
but
even that has the same
difference between you and your kid, though.
It has the same principles, but
do you want like your kid to be more interested? Because again, if you're going to the aquarium for your kid,
I'll go there for my kid. I'm not going there for myself. But that's the thing, like, I know if I do end up doing that when I'm older, I'm gonna get fucking bored out of my mind. I've already done this shit 50,000 times.
But there's
oh my kid
in the
elephant, and he's like, Dad, you good?
You're in the aquarium.
Look at the fucking catfish.
It's a fucking shark.
Dad, it's a megalodon tooth, bro. No, that bites the Titanic, bro. I was geeking out like on the fucking off the acid, you know. Like,
bro, this is the thing. There's a thing in the Melbourne aquarium where you can go around. Like basically, it's like a conveyor belt, right? And it takes you around in like this big circle. But in the circle and over you is all the fish. So you're underneath these fish, right?
Yeah.
And you go around in circles on a conveyor belt.
It's sick.
Imagine. I was thinking about it. Imagine if you take acid here and you just stand there and it just takes you through the whole thing. And you just get to look at all the fish, just like, and like you see under the manta rays, you see like the disgusting fucking mouths and shit.
They have under them.
Yeah. Also, have you? Okay, this is connected, but it's kind of a different topic. Do you actually know how Steve Irwin got stabbed in the heart? When you think about how a stingray kills someone, like they don't turn around and then like jab you like a bee.
No, it's a tail that does it.
It's a tail that hurts. So how do you think Steve Irwin actually died?
Okay, well, this is my rendition of Steve Irwin's death. All right, this is how I think it went down. Obviously, he's like doing stuff. He was recording for a TV show, wasn't he? Because it's all recorded. His death was recorded.
Really?
Yeah, and they just didn't want to release it because they're like, that's fucked.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure either he was like looking at the stingray, obviously doing like a video on it. He must have he must have accidentally hit it or something, or like something must have hit it and scared it. And then obviously the tail was the one that moved. Obviously the tail was the thing that pierces. I don't think there's a whole stingray is like fucking twerking its ass on Steve's fucking heart, but like I feel like it spazzed out, and that spaz out caused it to go into his chest.
Apparently, from what I heard, this is Sam's brain.
Yeah, this is the real edition.
This is the stingray was here, and it's obviously its tail is like my arm here, and Steve Irwin is like swimming over it and being like, "Wow, that's crazy!" And it went like that. It went up and then hit him like into his heart, and just like fucking GG.
That's so sad.
Done.
Oh, well, that makes way more sense.
Because he was swimming, because it's underwater and he's swimming over
above it. So it just went up. Then that makes way more sense than my fucking stupid thing. But like,
you may be more right than me. I'm just going off what I saw on a YouTube Shorts, man.
A YouTube short could be right. Hashtag no spreading misinformation on the internet.
Hashtag don't believe us, we're retarded.
Hashtag I love spreading information. Misinformation.
Hashtag me too. Do you want a cone?
Hashtag me too, this guy says. You know what time is it?
Hell yeah. I think it's cone time. You're a fisher. You like fishing?
I actually never liked fishing.
Not a fisher?
I feel like
hunter and gatherer, guys. Gatherer.
Might be kind of weird, but I never liked sports either.
You know, like sports.
So like classic men.com.au type of shit that people be like grinding on.
Okay,
like,
well, which type of like is this a HTTP? Like
.com.
yeah, wow. Okay,
so this is like it's a full thing.
When you're saying men's sports, what are you thinking of?
I'm talking just about sports in general, bro. I fucking hate sports.
But you said specifically
like
men's sports.
Sports that like men like usually watch, or like that are seen as like masculine that men watch all the time. Like especially like Australia,
what?
we have AFL.
You don't like AFL?
I don't fucking like that shit. It's boring. Cricket, boring. Basketball is alright, but it's boring. I'm not sitting there watching an entire basketball game. Baseball, boring. Golf, boring. All suck. I would rather fucking kill myself than watch a golf game.
Okay. You got to hear from my perspective, right? I used to be the exact same way, and I used to always be like, "Fuck, I don't care seeing a guy walk from one side of the stadium to the other side of the stadium throwing a ball in a hoop. I don't give a fuck. This is boring." I used to think like that, but bro, I don't know when was the last time you sat down and actually just got invested for at least 3 games full of consistency of your own team playing. Because if you consistently watch your team play, if you only sit there and you go, I'm going to watch maybe like the Celtics, just the whole experience through like the whole like season, you get like so invested. It's like, it's a different type of thing. It's like when you watch, it's kind of literally, I'm going to be dead ass with you to compare it to, it's kind of like anime, but live. And like crazy shit happens too. Remember, sometimes people get injuries and then they're out of the game. You know what I mean? Like, or like people get benched, or like people do like crazy shit in the game. And it's like, I can understand because, okay, I'll be honest with you. I used to think mainly about WWE. With WWE, I used to be like, this shit is actually for homos. There's no way that grown men like this shit at all. It is so gay. It is, because when I first started watching it, I just watched these like 2 guys. I think it was Undertaker and some other guy like wrestling each other and like, touching each other, grabbing each other's hair, going.
But that was me.
I was like, this shit is homosexual.
That was me with UFC at the start, low key.
But when you finally like sit there and watch like a consistent amount of episodes, because my friend Connor was like, bro, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this thing. I mean, and he fucking forces me and Jack to watch it all the time. But because he forced us to watch it, I'm slowly like, damn. John Cena's last match in Australia, like this is just crazy.
So
like,
cool.
I'm so invested in John Cena and shit.
Yeah,
and then I start getting it. And then, when the intros come in, I'm starting to like.
I get that. More so for like
builds
the WWE and stuff. I get that, which is kind of corny because, like you said, it's like, how the fuck the grown man like this shit. But that's what I'm saying. It's like the atmosphere of that is different. But I feel like that is completely different to like a ball sport game. Like, I feel like AFL and like fucking just like football in general, or just like, and even like soccer, bro. Boring.
I don't understand how some people get as like god figures, like let's say Ronaldo and Messi, right? I understand people like Ronaldo and Messi. They're probably like, they are the goats of their sport. Of course, like people are going to be like, wow, they're like the best of the best.
But I feel like,
but at the same time, people get like tattoos all across their chest that just says like Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's just kind of like, you need to understand that like at some point like worshipping these people to that level is kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe.
But I see them as like, I feel like I understand that in a way because it kind of reminds me of like people who are like professional like content like creators on games and stuff. The professionals in those games, people are like, oh yeah, this game, it was this guy for this game. Like I remember off the top of my head, this is not probably relevant now, but back probably like a couple of years ago, like I remember when Valorant was like a really big game, everyone would think of Ends because he was a professional player for Valorant. So, and it's the same thing with like League of Legends.
But again, because Valorant is kind of cringe as shit, and like esports is kind of seen as cringe as shit. Is it more cringe to get a TENS tattoo on your fucking chest over a Cristiano Ronaldo?
So much more cringe. Yeah? If I saw some cunt with a TENS tattoo in real life, I would go out to her and I'd be like, I'm sorry for your loss, bro.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. And they'll be like, why did you say that? I'll be like, I'm just sorry for your loss, and I'll just walk away. And they would have to process that the way that they think they're going to process that.
Bro, living with a TENS tattoo got to be like living in like Alcatraz.
But it's the same shit as like, it's the same shit as having a massive fucking tattoo of like Ronaldo's face on your arm.
I mean,
like,
I'm not going to judge people like
cringe.
You can get things of anything. Listen, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can get anything you
get tattoos. Whatever you want is whatever you want. I'm just saying from my point of view, I would understand.
Like tattoos just show your personality.
Because again, like I have tattoos of like a bunch of Legends Zelda shit, right?
So someone would call that cringe.
But people call that cringe. But the reason that I have this is because it's like these are these
personality
thing. I had the games that I had the experience of that, right? I got to play I got to play through the game. It's my experience. My version of that game is completely different to every single other person's. We may do things in different order, different footsteps, different areas, different everything, right? But when you're watching soccer, you're watching the same as everyone else.
It doesn't change.
It's kind of like, well, my tattoos are an experience. Your tattoo is just a worship.
Yeah, like at that point, it's just like you're glazing. It's like the one person, like that one dude. I keep seeing him on my Instagram feed. It's kind of sad. He's got like 2,000 days in, and he's got 2,000 tattoos of ASI.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, and he's like depressed as fuck now because he's done it, and he like KSI just literally. I think KSI's seen him. But he just does not. Care.
No. KSI literally messaged him and said, "Haha, I responded. Stop now." And he just keeps going.
He keeps going. Yeah, like because I think he wants a collab. Like the guy wants a collab with KSI, not just a fucking message. Which is like crazy, like right.
If this guy completely covers his whole body with KSI,
oh, he's literally getting there. Like his face is literally the only thing you can say is like I think he's got a Prime logo on like a Prime bottle on his face because it's KSI.
Where is he getting the money for this?
I don't know. Apparently he's like fucking like broke too. Like he's like on the verge of like bankruptcy.
Wow,
and shit.
what
Like
crazy.
He's very broke.
See,
and he's like begging for money and like saying I can't afford this lifestyle anymore. Like tattooing every day, and it's just like no fucking shit. Then why do you keep doing it? But I think he can. Because he's uploading videos daily and he's getting almost like he's getting a pretty decent chunk of viewership. And I think he uploads on YouTube and he does stream as well, which is also just the same thing. It's just like you're funding your lifestyle just to become like basically a lolcow in the making.
But it's it's a lolcow where you can't even go back on it. like you can't even be like, wow, this lolcow stuff. Everyone's making fun of me. I'll just get off the internet and restart my life. You can't even do that because he has all the tattoos on him.
Yeah, he goes to a job interview. He's like, what's a KSI?
The issue is like people. I love when people do that stuff because it's like, wow, you're stupid. But at the same time, I just think like, wow, you are the dumbest person I think I've ever seen on the internet ever.
Yeah.
And it's not based on like me being thinking that I'm better than them. More of a, as of like a wow, I cannot believe you threw away so much like dignity to do this dumb shit.
Exactly, bro. It's like, come on.
It's so sad.
And then the same people that do this some stuff to themselves will sit there and bang online for fucking like.
Yeah.
Like it's just like. You know that you're doing this to yourself and putting this in yourself into this situation. Like, I think the biggest thing that I can think of right now is like what's going on with like the Ethan Klein lawsuit. There's one of the people that are getting sued by Ethan Klein, Casey Tron.
Yeah.
If people know, you know. But she is one of those girls that like she's been on the internet since the beginning.
Yeah.
Streaming for I think almost 12 years maybe. She's been there for a long time. She's been in the game for a long time.
12 years.
Yeah. So she started out as like this like basically like this ethos. She was the original booby streamer basically.
Nice.
Yeah, she was like the ethos.
Was she like one of the top people then at the time?
At the time, yeah. Right? And people like and this was like 10 years ago.
Smart.
Right? This is ages ago, right?
Bro, business
so she basically pioneered that, right?
Yeah, cool.
So now she's broke.
Okay. How?
She's flat broke.
Why?
Because she just doesn't know how to spend her money properly.
What does she spend her money on?
Well, she's chronically addicted to weed, which is like horribly to the point where it's like
every day, non-stop, 24/7,
and like to a bad extent too. Like it's not like
wake up.
It's not like what we're doing. Like it's way worse. Like and she drinks every day, and then what she does with her content nowadays is, and this was I've seen this like a couple of years ago, and she still does it now. She'll just restream TV shows.
Really?
She just restreams TV shows, just farming, and begs for money.
Just farming.
Literally begs for money, and she gets like 600 viewers, and she just sits there and like maybe she'll talk every couple seconds.
Like, I mean, to be honest, that's most streamers.
That's most streamers, but like she does that like for her main source of content.
That sucks.
And then she ended up getting sued because she did what she did with the Ethan Klein thing. Like she ended up basically saying, "Don't watch Ethan Klein's video. Come to me and watch it here," which is basically against the copyright claim, like term of service and fair use stuff right there. So she obviously fell into that suable. Kind of
would you say that Ethan Klein suing this person is just a bitch man move, or would you say that it's 100% deserved?
I feel like it's a deserved thing because it's not more so like, oh, I want to sue you because I'm mad at you. It's more so something people in the future.
But to her, the drug addicted alcoholic, is that really the best way to show
because simple? And that's where I want to get at as well, is she is very, like, she's very chronically online. Like, honestly, that's all she does for her job, is she's online all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring this up as like an example, but like, it's probably a pretty big example if you go through her Twitter. I watched a clip of Asmongold, and he went through and you know how you can search through Twitter by what people say on their tweets.
Yeah.
She has almost 3,000 posts with Asmongold's name in it.
3,000. How many posts does she have altogether?
I think she probably has like 100k. Like heaps, like a fuck ton.
Why? So it's 3K of Asmongold.
Probably the same with XQC because she dogs on XQC as well.
I'm so confused. The same. So who is she?
With Ethan Klein.
What part of the internet is she part of? What community is she part of?
Well,
what does she do?
She was basically, like I said before, she was the pioneer of like the whole booby streamer shit back in the day, right?
She's like, she's in the Hall of Fame.
That's why she was like kind of known back then, right? And then she kind of tried to like, she basically was like one of the, like, it's just a grifter. Trying to get on people's, like the most popular people at the time. She's just trying to stream with them, right? So she did that with, a couple of years ago, there was an event called Shit Camp that a bunch of LA streamers did. It was like Hassan Parker, XQC, Beauty Cinderella, Ludwig, Myth, all that. Like basically a bunch of people.
She was like the popular people.
Right. She was there as well. That's the first time I figured out who she was. And I was like, oh, she's pretty cool, whatever. But then that's the thing, then you realize how these people are like actually are, and you kind of just sit there and you're like, wow. That's why I don't really feel bad for her, because she's kind of put herself in a situation where she uses the crutch of using the word incel against like people that talk shit about her. So you should have like be like, all the people that dislike me and what I'm doing are all incels, when she's doing basically the most unfavorable thing that anyone could do. Yeah. Like she's making herself she's basically making herself look bad, and then she's crying like the boy who cried wolf. Like, look, I'm getting attacked, but she does the attacking first.
So. If she means nothing to anybody, and she's kind of just like a lolcow at this point, where people just go and laugh at her, just be like, "Ha, look what happened to it. Look at your career right now."
And look what you done to yourself.
After that sort of thing, if this is like the extent of it, why does anyone give any attention? Why does anyone care?
I feel like it's only been brought up recently because she did a stream basically begging for money.
Okay, that's what most streamers do. Except
she did a plea deal to well, not really a plea, like it just basically said to Ethan Klein, I can give you $17,500 for a payout, like so we don't have to go through the lawsuit. Yeah, obviously Ethan Klein's not doing it for the money. He's doing it to send a message because he just.
But again, that's fucked to do it on the fucking drug addicted alcoholic.
But he's also doing it on like Frogan, which is like some fucking like Twitch streamer that streams with like all the like LA people and all that. Hassan fucking like basically he's just trying to attack the people that are under Hassan, because Hassan's community basically has led these people to kind of attack Ethan for nothing. There was people sending literal skulls to his house, trying to get CPS called on his kids, like trying to get his kids taken away from him over online drama, by the way. So it all stemmed from.
So are you sure? Because I remember hearing that it was Ethan Klein and Hassan having like the beef about the Palestine and Israel thing.
Yeah, it was that, and also because they had a podcast together, they kind of intermingled their fans together, which kind of like, you know, obviously they're watching someone that's community. Yeah. So what happened was Hassan and Ethan started talking about Palestine and like, you know, like Israel especially, and I think because you obviously Ethan Klein's wife was an IDF fighter. Yeah. And IDF in Israel, you were forced to do. You're literally forced to do a certain amount of time in the military. Yeah. So regardless of which, like what it was, it doesn't even matter because she was forced to do it anyway. It was mandatory service, which doesn't matter, right? So we criticize her and saying, "Oh yeah, you kill innocent people because you're an IDF soldier and all this stuff," and all of these fans started attacking her for that.
So it's generalization. You would just
basically, and because Ethan Klein also kind of does support the fact, because he's Jewish as well, so he also supports like kind of Zionism beliefs, because he believes, obviously he's Jewish, he thinks he's got the experience of a Jewish person, so he wants to have his 2 cents on that, which is a fair thing to have, obviously. But then that's where it comes in, where like all of Hassan's like friends and all the people that are with him in that kind of space are just using it as like a thing to be to attack him for it, like his character, and that kind of is where the president of, we hate this person because of his views, watch our video instead, don't give this person any money. That's where he's kind of been like, if you want to do that, I'm going to send a message that's going to make no one do this anymore. And he, in the past, has had very, very, very like strict like reviews and very narrow-minded views, especially on content, and being able to reuse and fair use content, especially, and restreaming people's content. He did a couple years ago, he had like a whole argument with XQC and Hassan, talking about like, why is it okay for you guys to sit there and watch people's videos and just not even add anything to it performative, like anything.
And what do they say?
And they basically, like, XQC obviously was like he just doesn't give a fuck. He was just trolling the entire time. He did the worm. He did the worm in that fucking in that stream because he was like what's his face? Ethan Klein was like,
hey, at least you added something to something.
Yeah, he was like, if you do the worm, that would be more entertaining than you watching a video.
I think I've seen that clip.
And he was like, okay, do the worm right now, do the worm. And then he gets in the middle of his room and just starts doing the worm. He's like, oh, it's so entertaining, dude. And I was like, yeah, it was like, this guy's just a fucking dickhead. He's just funny.
But this is the thing, like, okay, there's a lot of context missing with the Hassan and
obviously,
Ethan Klein thing, because the thing is, like, Ethan Klein, yes, he's a Jewish person, and of course he's going to support Israel, but in terms of like this is the thing, it's both really hard because the situation that happened on that one specific day in October, that and also there's so much information where some people hear this and some people hear this, and this comes from this person, this comes from this person, and then you have to trust this person because they said it, and you have to trust this person because they said it, and it comes to this point where it's like we don't actually have a full stop answer on things unless because even if you had two people in the exact same room and they saw the exact same thing, they'd probably write different things about it. Yeah. So and obviously, and in a time where a war is starting over this space, or like a war was happening, or no, not even a war, a genocide was happening over this sort of thing. It's like it's really hard to defend both sides. Obviously, I'm sort of like this. I'm going to do a big moist critical here and just be a fence sitter because again, I don't want to support Palestine because Palestine have a lot of Hamas people which are actual terrorists, and I don't support the Israeli defense because obviously they've done a mass genocide.
Israel's done worse, but this is what I'm trying to say. As like, obviously, he's criticized the genocide. Which is like obviously the biggest contention point.
So has he actually said like, oh,
he's like, I'm against that. Like I don't support that at all.
So everything from this point on, he should like
he's made that clear, very clear.
So people should not assume that he supports them. Then, if he said that,
that's the thing. He's people that are in that space, that circle of people that are in that very radical leftist type of like mindset are doing that. They are saying, oh, it doesn't matter. I don't care what you say because your wife's part of the IDF and. That's fine. They just use ad hominem attacks. You know what I mean?
Actions are more than words, obviously. Some people can hear me say that and then be like, well, you can say that you don't support this, but then show that you do. Yeah. But has he actually shown, anyway, other than him being Jewish and other than his wife being an IDF person, what else has he said that supports them other than
he's obviously said that he supports Jewish people. Yeah, because he's Jewish. Yeah, and he obviously wants the betterment of Jewish people because he's Jewish.
So I assume he's gonna,
and he has a lived experience of it.
I assume he's gonna have the defense point of that there will never be a one-state solution.
Yeah, but he also doesn't. He's not defending the genocide that happened in Palestine. He said he's like, I don't agree.
How is that not a reasonable thing?
And that's the thing.
Again, I'm very undereducated. I'm not making assumptions based on anything because again, I'm not the people there. Yeah. I haven't read every single fucking journal ever, or not journal, fucking article about it ever. Also, I'm a bit stoned right now.
He doesn't like everything.
So. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, but I feel like people need to be more coming at with a more neutral standpoint before making a decision. And nowadays, this is the issue. Nowadays, people on the far left go, well, if you're far right, you're stupid. If you're on the far right, you're far left, you're stupid. And then they both go, if you're in the middle, you're the worst. But it's like, how?
I feel like in the middle,
how is
it's good because you're able to make good decisions for both sides. I think so as well. I feel like being able to see it from both sides. I mean, obviously, saying that you're going to be in the center. Sometimes that obviously does come with bias as well. There could be a left bias, you could be a right bias. Obviously, sometimes with some certain things, that's obviously what will happen. Yeah. Because sometimes you'll say, oh, it's been done better this way, so I agree with this better. And then for something else, you'll be like, well, this works more better, but we have it currently like this, so we should implement this instead.
Exactly.
Which makes sense. But that's what I feel like people from the both sides that are just sticking to a side are saying, oh, these people are the issue, is because they can't like understand like the independents and the people who are centrists will decide whether or not what side they want to go to depending on the climate of what's going on at the moment. I feel like that's also like a good thing to have as well, is like if you're just on one side, you're obviously going to be biased about the things that side's doing, and that's also like it's an issue for everyone. If you're going to be biased, not everyone's going to have that same opinion.
No, I get that. Also on top of that, I want to be like the moral of the story should what the heck? The moral of the story should be that you should not be radicalized by any group of people on anywhere. Oh, yeah. And the internet is, although, yes, it's a place to get the information about these sort of things from, the internet is not the definitive what everyone thinks. You're only looking at echo chambers from both sides. And like that's where you'll see the far left say stupid shit where you're like, I cannot believe you want this thing to happen. And then you can see the far right doing things where you're like, holy shit. So
and they do it to, and then they do it to themselves. It's like a rat race. They just bite each other's tails.
But people, if you're on the far right, if you're at all anywhere on the right side, if you have a little bit of leftist views, they'll be like, you're on the far left. But if you're a little bit on the left, right, and you see a little bit of right like views, they're like, oh, you're immediately a Nazi. So it's like, where is the balance? And I feel like if people want to actually be happy and stop being argumentative, maybe find a balance instead of fully supporting this one bad thing and then fully going against this one thing because this other thing connects to this thing. It's like, why?
From personal experience, I mean, like, we have arguments about stuff all the time. Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the time, most of the arguments just come from miscommunication and misunderstanding of what like our contention point is. I feel like that's what most of it is at the end of the day. It's like when we have arguments, we do agree with the same things, but I feel like it's just like when it comes down to the nuance of it, like sometimes we just misinterpret what we're trying to say. And that's also what a lot of people do. And like when people misinterpret something, they're obviously going to think, oh, this person only thinks like...
We're literally, I mean, the thing is like, we agree on the same shit, but we just have different angles of the same object.
Yeah, and like how we will get to that point.
Yeah. But again, at the end of the day, I can say like the most like outrageous or most hottest takes, and you'd probably be like, yeah, I agree with that. I can understand where you can get that from.
No.
But it's the way that we get to it is
that's that's what people need to come to. Like, you don't sit there and just agree with the take because the take's being said.
You agree on the steps to it.
The steps to it, exactly. Yeah. Because the steps to it are the things that make up that thing, right? Like, obviously, policy and, like, politics are, like, made up by a bunch of different things, a bunch of different aspects, right?
Yeah.
Being put together and collated into one law or one thing, or a bill, per se, and is being passed by Parliament or by, like, the government.
But most people will only judge just the bill. They won't judge how all the other people thought to get to that. They'll just be like, that's done.
Yeah. And I feel like, I mean, that's been happening a lot recently. I mean, it happens all the time. Even in, like, Australia, America, they're all wide it happens. And right now, I'm actually kind of worried about this. I was going to talk about it before, but I don't know if we have brought. I don't think I brought it up. But the digital ID.
Yeah.
We are going into an age where I think we are going to basically self-destruct our society and become like China. And what I mean by that is in probably 50 to 60 years, we are going to be as surveilled as modern China is today.
The modern, like, day law that's going to be passed, I think it's a law. Australia is pushing a law where
and they're going to fire social media platforms if they don't.
I was going to say, Australia is doing a law, or Australia's pushing a law where 16 or under have no access to the internet. It hasn't been passed.
It happened in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, well, this is why I'm scared.
Australia has passed a law where if you're 16 or under, you can't use the internet. So people go, that's good. No more internet for the young people. They can actually grow up normal again. Wow. The caveat to that is to check if they're a 16-year-old, you need to have ID to prove that you're not 16. So now every single person has to prove
to be ID checked.
ID checked. And of course, in a country where the government isn't very, very trusted or trustworthy, them having our IDs of everything just to use the internet
I think it's
insane.
I think it's not even that. I mean, like, because worst part about it is you're uploading your ID or your like digital ID that they're gonna. I think there's through an app or something first that you have to do the digital ID, and then you upload it to like individual apps. But that in itself, I think the fact that you have to upload your ID to a social media account that can literally be hacked within a data breach, right? You can have a data breach on anything, right? And a bunch of data could come out with a bunch of people's phone numbers, addresses, literal fucking photo ID of them, everyone, right? And even think about that. That's horrible for the future because some person could say something online anonymous, and because there's digital ID, that person now can be tracked without an IP address because their ID is put on their account.
And that can be far left or far right type of stuff as well. I don't want people immediately being like hearing that and being like, well, just don't say anything bad and then you won't be banned. But it's like, that's not the point. Bad. It's the freedom of being able to say whatever you want on a platform.
Yeah, it's just like a speech concern, like being able to free speech.
Yeah.
I feel like at the same time, like right now, if people have been aware of what's going on in England and especially Europe, where there's literal cops showing up at people's houses for what they're fucking saying online.
Yeah.
And that's the case. If that's what we're going towards, there could be a point in time where, I mean, we won't be able to do this podcast anymore because of the subject matter that we're talking about, and also because if we are posting stuff online and we are digitally ID'd, people are going to know who we are.
Yeah.
And by that I mean like government people. And that also comes to the concern of like, if your ID is basically tied to everything that you do online, regardless of if it's just searching up how to do something on Google, then when is it going to come to the point where everything that you do is being tracked by the government?
Yeah.
Because now, like, before this, I mean, it's still kind of simple for the government to do it because they had the technology and the know-how to do certain things and get into certain things. But this just makes it a tiny bit easier for them to be like, oh, it's this person doing it. We know them because their digital ID is connected to their account. And we know where they live because their ID is literally showing their fucking address when they got their license, when it expires.
And the issue then, once they have the ability to restrict you, what are they going to choose what you can't say? Like, yes, most people should not be saying slurs towards people. Most people shouldn't be insulting or threatening violence towards other people.
I think it's also like government.
But at what point in time what point in time will the government just be like, I don't think the word shit should be allowed on the internet. So now if you say the word shit, you're going to be banned.
I feel like it'd be more so like China. Like, I feel like
so
criticizing the government will end up in a suspension of either your accounts or something like that.
Probably.
I feel like that will happen. I feel like it will end up becoming basically a surveilled state where we're all like a surveilled country where we're basically not allowed to post anything online, not allowed to do anything, voice people's people, not allowed to voice their opinions anymore because they're going to be too worried that one day they're going to get a knock at the door and get arrested for what they've said online.
Now listen, this is an extremist version of where we're going, right?
Yeah. It might not happen.
Again, as we said before,
it's just you got to follow.
We're just going through the steps of where it goes to, right?
Yeah.
Again,
it could be it's like a fever dream. I was just making a shit up in my head.
Exactly. Again, the law could pass and nothing could change, but a lot of people online are seeing the law pass and then go, "Okay, we're a communist country. It's over." But it's
because like China has that type of stuff.
How do we get to there? China got to there way different to how we are getting to there. If we get to the same spot, we went through a whole different progress to how they did it.
Yeah, but I feel like for us especially, I feel like Australia is very good at doing that, and the government. No, actually not Australia. Albanese is good at that because he's been doing it for a very long time. Last 8 years he's been in office, right? Has it been?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, about that. I think it's what he was in COVID, and now he's in here for like I think last 2 years. So it's been 6.
Who's Daniel Andrews?
Daniel Andrews is the VP, and now it's Jacinta something, whatever else, whatever her name is. But she's a dickhead anyway. So Daniel Andrews, they're both dumbasses. I don't know. But Albanese, he's made it basically a bit easier for that to happen, like the digital ID stuff as well. And I feel like he's
not thinking ahead of time.
I don't know if he will be like super like imposing on it like once like straight away like all this stuff. And I feel like he sees what's going on in like the youth, and he tries to target the youth first, which he's done before, where they targeted the youth first with certain laws and certain legislations, and then they go in and they're like, okay, we've done it with the youth, now we're going to do it with everyone else.
Yeah. And
that's where I'm worried, because if they get the youth first, how are you going to know that everyone online is over the age of 16?
Well, they do say when you're in war, to defeat someone is to kill their children first.
No.
Like, defeat the children, then they're mentally screwed and they don't want to even fight back anymore.
No. And that's basically if they get...
kind of what they're doing here.
And, like, I feel like, technically, I feel like 16 is a bit of a harsh ban. To be honest, I think before 12, like 12 is 12 and older, I think that if you're online at the age of 13, you need to be supervised for that.
I think you have to be 13.
Yeah, I reckon your family, you go up to your mum or your dad and you'd be like, oh, mum, can I have a social media account? It kind of reminds me of that one time where, like, Fortnite even followed that to a T, because I remember that there was this one time, this like little kid that was like 6 or that was like 7 or 8. 7 or 8.
7 or 8. This little kid was playing like as a professional Fortnite player, and obviously Fortnite, you can't play Fortnite until you're 13.
Yeah,
so they just banned his ass.
He was fucking good as fuck.
Yeah, they just banned his shit, and he just started crying on stream. He got banned mid-stream.
There's loopholes for that now, actually.
Really?
People And this is fucking hilarious. It's a very smart idea. What's happening is children are doing content creation online, but because you're not allowed to be a child content creator, they're getting their parents to be in the camera. So their parents are just sitting there fucking doing work on their iPad or their computer, while their kids are playing on the fucking streaming up all day. So they don't get banned because as an adult they're supervising. So there's been...
Yeah, they should do. They should just AI like a...
There's professional Fortnite kids that do that. There's professional, like I said, a professional geometry
they
person
wouldn't be able to. Wait, no, but geometry should be able to play like.
But streaming, that's the thing. Because it's,
you have to be 13 plus.
You have to be 13 plus the stream. You have to be 13 plus the upload content.
Fuck. It's so smart. I can't
Which
lie.
is the thing.
I wouldn't have been that smart as a kid.
Loophole, yeah, and like it literally, you don't get banned because you have parent supervision.
Yeah, literally.
And there's a parent in the video, right? So you get a loophole, which is cool. Because it allows these kids that want to do that to do that. But now that the bans are going through, if this happens in say another country like America, what would go on with that? I feel like I don't know.
The world is going to a very crazy point in time soon. We are living in it, sadly.
Yeah, and then, like the additional idea then being also just like turns into the money thing. Is when are we going to get like we've had talks in the government about getting rid of money.
I mean,
like
honestly,
physical
cash would be. Oh, it just sucks. They have to. The reason, a part of me goes, I love the fact they're getting rid of cash. Cash is fucking annoying.
Because they can follow you.
But they follow your ass. And I
feel
feel
like the cash flow coming in. If you have extra cash,
and to be honest, if there was no cash in the system of Australia at all, homeless people would just die.
But they're doing that already, but not like the homeless thing you're saying, but with the cash thing, is like people that say are working a job and they've declared their bank account to the ATO, and they're like, oh, this is how like, I'm working at this place, I should be getting this much money each year. They'll look at your account, and if you are earning over whatever you're getting told that you're earning, they will flag your account.
Oh yeah,
and that's already an issue now. That's what I'm saying. That's like we're already preliminary stages.
Well, that's the thing. If you're someone who's like let's say you're a dealer of something, not saying anything specific, but just like you're a dealer or you deal cookies.
Well, maybe you're just selling stuff like without declaring it.
What a Facebook Market, you start selling shit on Facebook Market.
Yeah, like fruit and stuff. Like,
well, again, you have to declare it because they need to tax you on it.
That's the thing. But people sometimes are just like,
Well, then again, most of the time, this is where I was getting to, where if you're a dealer of anything like cookies, if you're getting cash from people, never put the cash in your account ever. Just keep
cash on now.
Until they want to make it useless, but if you hold on to it and you keep the economy of cash going, it will never run out.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Unless
like,
they just like,
unless
they just clip it.
Your partner before, and we were talking about it. It's literally, if they do that, how are they gonna repay? Not everyone's gonna give the money back. And there's people that are collecting like old banknotes and stuff like that. It's obsolete now.
Yeah, cool. You have a coin from 1910.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like if they do say, oh, we're getting rid of cash, they're gonna have to do a massive buyback.
Yeah, true.
And a buyback means that they're gonna have to give the money equivalent to whatever it is. Which means that also like, are we just gonna be starting to print money? Because if that money becomes obsolete, where's the value from that money come from? You get me?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they can.
Or is it already just because the money exists? It's like already just.
It might be better if we follow a gold system.
We did. I hate
freaking out.
I hate Australian politics.
Damn.
For a very long time,
yep.
Australia ran off of gold.
Yeah.
Right? A very long time.
Yeah.
Then we had a fucking dumb fuck prime minister come in, and he was like, "We're changing it. Now we're gonna make a fiat currency, and it's just gonna be based on fucking whatever we want." So now that's why cash is the way it is, and it can be inflated as well as much.
Isn't
as
that what most other countries did too, though?
Yeah, that's what they did because they realized
what is the benefit?
The government can make more money from doing that because it's not based off a already pre-existing currency. They can fucking inflate it as much as they want. That's why inflation very much exists because of that. Because we got rid of a set basic standard of how much money should be at the time, and because gold is always stagnant with the price, it can go up or go down depending on certain factors, but most of the time it stays stagnant. And because we've gotten rid of that standard, we're just fucking doing whatever we want with the money. The money just doesn't mean anything anymore, which sucks.
It's just, look, don't want to end it on a fucking bad note, but Jesus Christ.
It's a very horrible note, but it is. It's a very very scary reality that we might be able to see in the next 10 years. And it's scary to think that it might happen.
But there's the thing, so many people are focused on politics, left, right. If we, we are stronger as a group instead of a single. You know what I mean? Like you as one person screaming at the other person on the other side is not as good as if you and a group of people yell at the government for change. I'm not saying insurrection is good or anything, but I'm just saying like specifically like Jan 6 is not a good thing. But I'm saying specifically like if we as a collective of people can just find the best for everyone.
Regardless of side.
Yeah, like of course when you go online and you go on YouTube and you go to like a Jubilee video and you see a far right person be like, homeless people, just kill them, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like you're sort of like you rage baiting about that is obviously just gonna like push you more to be more radicalized on the other side, and then you'll never get along with anyone on the right side at all. And it's like
it's just
it's a horrible situation. It goes both ways. It's horrible.
Sucks. And I feel like that's all like, especially the climate with like the American climate with politics. Donald Trump being in office the last 2 terms that he's been in has also kind of. I think this is the thing. I feel like it's a problem that's being created by both of the sides as well. As where Donald Trump is like doing the things that he's doing, but then you also have like the demonization, the outcries, and all that stuff from the left as well that are also making people think it's way worse than it actually is. Yeah. I mean, there's some things that have gone wrong and that are bad for people in like day-to-day life.
Yep.
But you do see people bloating up that like kind of thing and making people more radicalized against certain things because they think that that's the truth.
Yeah.
And I feel like nowadays, especially since COVID, because of everyone turning into an online kind of like, getting their news from online instead of the news and all that stuff, people are more likely to have radical points.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going on more so now. Is people are just spreading radical takes and radicalized.
And this is why
views.
I think that me and Jack's position specifically is a better position than what most streamers and most YouTubers have. Because when me and Jack talk and we have these discussions, we're very neutralized in terms of where do we stand on something. We may have a very like right-wing take on one part and a really hard left-wing take on one part, but we're never one side for specifically everything. There's always a middle ground.
Oh, yeah.
But I feel like there's that middle ground is never reached by a streamer ever. I feel like XQC and Asmongold and all these different people are more right-wing leaning. It's just you can have they have because I
feel like Asmongold's more right. Like definitely,
yeah.
But he does have like there's some stuff that he says like as whatever.
But again,
he says some radical
but you
shit.
can't tell me that Asmongold. You can't tell me Asmongold is a centrist.
I think out of both of those two people, I think XQC is probably. XQC has been pretty consistent for like I guess I could say like a decade. It's been for almost a decade. So yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll take back my XQC take, but with Asmongold specifically,
Asmongold, I mean, the other day he was talking about how homeless people should fucking be forced to like. Oh, not that. I think it was not homeless people. I think it was. He was selling out something. It was people who was rioting. The people who were rioting deserve to be taken and just literally, like from the obviously arrested, and they need to just do forced labor for free.
It's just like, see what I mean? Like it's like why is he the most popular? Why is he the most popular North American streamer?
He was equating that to like because they they're jobless.
But again, like
which is sad. Like it's retarded. He's just being a dickhead.
I know. I'm not saying look.
No, but that's probably what he believes, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, probably.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he says this stuff,
and there's a lot of people like watching it and agreeing with it, and it just makes me sad because it's like, brother, do you really think like the entire world will be changed if you force homeless
slaves? Like made slaves out of homeless people. Like that would solve homelessness.
Yeah, that's definitely the way to solve homelessness, bro.
100%. No, but like. That's what I mean. Like, like he's more obviously he's more radicalized, but he does
illness. It's just mental illness.
I mean, but like what you were saying before, like being able to see the steps in between and being able to like come down to the conclusion of what it is. I feel like as well is like a lot of people need to think about like the people that are being involved in the policies or the thing that you're talking about and like how it affects those people and the groups of people that you're like kind of referencing. And that's also like a big thing as well is like if you're going to talk about something is you just need to think about the people that are being affected more so about the policy. Policy at the end of the day, whatever it is, it's going to be affecting someone. So you got to think about how that's going to affect the people and how it's going to affect not only those people, but the people around them that aren't getting affected by that certain thing. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that like, I guess, get pushed by the government and get told, you vote for this or, do this and whatever. And people look at it I don't know, especially nowadays, the government doesn't really give enough information, and they want you to research it yourself, which I understand is good to do. Obviously, you want to have your own research, and you want to be able to know like what's going on. But I feel like the government also needs to put into the people's minds that this is what we're doing, and this is why we want this to happen. But it doesn't happen. They don't do that.
I feel like this is a fucking crazy conversation. You want to end it here?
Oh my god!
I think it was a good. That was a
pretty good
honestly,
episode.
At the end of the day, it's good to have these conversations. And I'm actually really, I fucking love having this conversation.
Yeah, I hope it was coherent. I hope it made sense.
And I hope you can understand through our our accents, and our speed we're talking at.
Fucking XQC speed.
But
we did what? Today we're talking about lolcows. Then we went over to
aquariums and
zoos and shit. Yeah.
And
then we went into politics.
But to be honest, politics is, like people say, don't bring politics into everything. Politics is a natural part of humanity because we are under a government.
A government. If we weren't under a government, it wouldn't make sense.
Whether you like it or not, no matter how much you want to ignore it, it's going to be in your face eventually. So you better get used to it.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that we're going to make every episode about politics, but
like, just in like the real world, like just in general, politics is
like
such a big thing.
If there is a voting going on, pay attention. Like just understand what's going on. Don't be too blind.
Even if you hate the opposite side, do a little bit of research on their side.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I made sure I did the same thing when we did the vote a couple months ago. Make sure you're looking at both sides. Choose what you want. Don't go about this person's voting for this, I'm voting for that. Yeah. Or don't even think like, we got this person in last time, well, let's just vote for the opposite side. It doesn't really work like that. Think about it a little bit more and put your effort into it.
Exactly.
And, maybe we'll be able to get somewhere in the end. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Grounded Green podcast, episode 3.
Holy.
Third episode.
3 weeks in, next week it'll be like, we've done this for a whole month.
A whole month. Episode 4.
If you're here from the clips, say hello. Yeah. And actually, call me a really fucking rude word. Like, I'm not going to ban any words under, but just call me something rude. Yeah, just to prove to me that you came through the clips. If you made it to the end, I will give you a head. Like, if you're here, I'm going to give you a head.
He's going to do it. He promised it, not me. But anyway, if you guys like this video, this podcast, episode 3, make sure you leave a like I said at the start. If you want, turn that bell on and the fucking subscribe button as well.
Yeah, just do whatever you fucking feel, bro.
And also make sure to check out all of our links and socials in the bio below.
There's a beacon so you can actually go through everything if you want to do if you want to catch up to all of our shit like One Piece.
And if you find our shit funny, hey, send it to the group chat. Maybe they might find it funny too.
We are retards, so it's fair.
So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And
easy. Latest.